What's up, everyone? It's a good Monday. I'm here with my buddy Mark Walton from the UK.
Hello.
Hi. This is Megabit. It's our weekly show where we play old games, Mark.
I like old games.
You ever seen the show?
I have seen brief bits of the show
You
before.
liar.
I'm not lying, man. Look, at the end of the day, this show comes on when I'm packing up my things from work, ready to go home. So I'm normally on a train, like, thinking about, what am I going to have for dinner this evening?
Yeah.
But you know, old games.
Old
I
games,
love it.
man. Yeah, no, me too. And this is an old favorite of mine, Megaman 8. I don't know how many of you guys know this. It was on PlayStation and Saturn. It came out around 97, 98. But we're just going to jump right into this because we only have 1 hour. And apparently the speedrun for this game is around 50 minutes.
50 minutes.
I'm not going to be able to do
I was
it,
gonna
but
say,
I'm going
dude,
to try.
Mega Man games are not easy. Like,
like if you know what you're doing, they can be, but even then it requires a lot of skill, right?
yeah, right. I mean, like, if you played it over and over, got the practice in, sure.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
So my disc is a little scratched, so I'm going to see if this intro will play all the way through. The gameplay's fine, but the cinematics are...
These cinematics are awesome as well. Like, I was like, when it was like playing earlier, I was like, wow, these are like really well done. Love it.
Yeah, I miss Capcom outputting games like this.
Yeah. What do Capcom have now? Street Fighter.
They have Street Fighter, they have Deep Down, they have...
Actually, Deep Down is looking interesting,
Yeah.
but like, I mean, Street Fighter's their bread and butter at the moment. That's
Pretty much, yeah.
And Resident Evil, but then the last one was balls.
It was, wasn't it?
I'm sure I'm gonna get so much flack for that now. Like, but
it was
balls.
It was balls.
It was balls.
Yeah. I'm hoping they show Resident Evil 7 at E3. Like, I'm not giving up on that series yet.
Yeah.
But I don't have a lot of hope for it. But what I'm hoping for is to be surprised, right? So.
Yeah. No, me too, man. Me too. I'm hoping so. Anyway, we'll see. But everyone's about the evil within right now, right? So.
Yeah. Have you played that at all? Or
I
seen
have
it?
played it. Yeah.
Which section did you play?
I played 2 sections. I played like both the E3 demos. So like, yeah, it's pretty cool.
So like, is that like the outdoor section with the city that keeps changing?
No, it was like I got chased by like a crazy evil 6-legged lady person in a corridor, and then it filled with blood. And I was like, okay, I get this, yeah.
Typical day.
Yeah, typical day for that kind of guy just hanging out. But yeah, it reminds me a bit of the old Resident Evil, you know, and a little bit of Silent Hill in there as well.
Sure, totally.
The stuff, you know, Capcom's heyday with games like this, and you know.
God, yeah.
I miss it, man.
What's interesting is there's a group right now that's remaking Resident Evil 2 using
Oh,
assets.
yeah. No, I saw that.
Yeah, and they're doing a pretty good job.
That's sweet.
Yeah, so there's that team doing that, and then there's a team reviving the old beta for Resident Evil 2 that was scrapped before they put it back into development under like a new design doc, and that's pretty cool too. It's nice to see the community kind of keeping stuff alive.
Yeah.
And likewise, Konami this morning told a group of Metal Gear fans that they're allowed. Oh, it's gonna freeze. That they're allowed to make a remake of the original Metal Gear game.
Wow.
As long as they don't take any donations or make any money off of it, they're allowed to do it. Yeah, and they even said, keep us updated with how the game is going and how people react to it, and who knows what might happen from there.
I'm sure they're like, hey, free press for us. That sounds good. All right.
Yeah.
You guys go nuts.
Talk about companies that don't have a whole lot right now.
Yeah,
Konami
exactly.
is like Metal Gear, and that's about it.
Yeah. I know they got PES, right? I know that's probably bigger in the UK. Like.
So, but how does it compare to FIFA in terms of popularity?
Ooh, you know, like the last few PESs have been a lot better. I'm still like, at the moment, thinking FIFA's a better game.
Yeah.
I mean, FIFA is the more popular game. It's got Ultimate Team. That's what everyone plays, right? So.
Wait, what is that?
FIFA Ultimate Team?
Yeah.
Oh man, Ultimate Team's the shiz. Like, that's where they make the most of their money. It's like a card collecting game.
Yeah.
Within FIFA.
So yes, okay.
Yeah, so like you get cards with different players on, and like you can buy cards, and that's where the money comes from. And
that's
like,
also where that scam happened, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And like some of the cards are worth a lot of money.
Wow.
Like if you get one, so yeah, that's the sweet thing about that game.
Gotcha.
And PES doesn't have anything like that. So.
Hey, but now it's going to be made in the Fox engine. So.
Did he just poop that? Did he? That just came out of his ass.
No, it came out of his back. Technically.
That looked like his butt. Okay, he pooped a ball that you're now kicking around.
Yeah, speaking of football.
Yeah. There it is.
Oh,
weird snail guy. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I guess I'll go down.
I want to live in a place where skulls come out of the ground.
Yeah, right?
That'd be kind of cool.
Oh, wait, there we go. Man, I used to love this game when it first came out. And one of the things that always confused me, and I only recently found out what the issue was, on the front of the case for this box,
Yeah.
it says Special Anniversary Edition, like on all the releases.
Yeah.
Special Anniversary Edition, art book included, right? Like collectible art book or whatever.
Yeah.
And I couldn't find it. And as a kid, I was always like, what the hell is this about? Like, is this just like, they mean like there's artwork in the manual or something?
Yeah.
Little did I actually know that it was supposed to include a separate book, but what happened is they had a production error.
Right.
And a lot of copies of the games didn't come with the art book. And they basically just sort of were like, well, oh well.
They didn't even like try to refund anyone. They were just like, okay.
So if you look online, some people actually have it. Like, it's a thing that exists, and I only saw it maybe like a month ago.
That's weird. You would not get away with that, man. Like, people be up in arms about where's my free goddamn art book.
Yeah, I mean, it was small, but it was still pretty cool, right? So totally disappointing that it wasn't there. And as a kid, I was like, do I just not get it? Like,
so how old were you then when you first played this? Like,
I mean, I got it when it came out, right? So figuring that was '97, I was about 12.
Oh wow, okay. See, as a 12-year-old, like, you know, I was pretty good at some games, but, you know, I got really frustrated very easily when I was 12. Like, I just want this to happen, I want to get to the end. So,
yeah.
you know, stuff like Megaman, I was just like, wow, brutally hard. Okay, weird crab guy.
Oh, okay, cool. What's your experience with Mega Man? Like, do you remember playing anyone in particular?
I do, yeah. It would have been the first Mega Man, but obviously a long time after it came out. So my friends had it at their place, like on their old consoles.
Yeah.
So I was a Mega Drive kid.
Like, sure, yeah.
I had NES before that, but I only had stuff like Tetris and Mario, like the usual. And then I got a Mega Drive, which is Genesis in the US. And yeah, I used to love that thing. But like,
you know what's weird is you guys actually got a Mega Man compilation in the UK.
Yeah.
That we never got.
Yeah.
It was only available to us through this subscription service called Sega Channel, where you could. It was almost like the Netflix of video games for your Mega Drive, where you could just like stream games over the internet to your console, and it was really interesting. But.
Yeah, like I said, I never had a copy myself. My friends did, and like we used to go around and play. But you know, we always found these games so hard, like so hard. Just hammer Sonic instead. It was way easier.
Yeah.
But great game still. Okay. Fine, it was out of it. Fine.
I like the thought of him pooping out a ball though. We can stick with that.
Who's the beardy man?
It's Dr. Wily.
He looks like Father Christmas.
Yeah. Or as Martin Gaston calls him, Dr. Willy.
Dr. Willy.
So he's the guy who created you and your dog Rush.
That makes sense. Santa does have a workshop with elves, and he can create weird toys. So sure. Okay.
And so that's Dr. Light, sorry. And then, not Dr. Wily, why did I call him that? Everyone in the comments right now is like, what the fuck? No, that's Dr. Light. Dr. Light made those guys, and Dr. Wily is sort of his adversary. I think they used to work together and something went wrong. I forget how the original story goes.
Right.
But yeah, so you're essentially always fighting Dr. Wily and his team of robots, as it were. He makes evil robots that have names like
Evil Man.
Like Clown Man. This is Grenade Man.
Clearly wasn't sort of born with the power for catchy names there. This is Grenade Man. He throws grenades.
Oh, I can't believe that I slipped up and I said Wily.
It's fine.
No, you gotta understand, man. Like people. Yeah.
It was all the thought. Look, it was the Dr. Willy conversing we had earlier. I think that's
true.
just thrown us.
It's stuck with me. It's that. I kind of wish his name was Dr. Willy.
I do too now. Like that would be cool.
It would just be ridiculous.
Right.
This game is easier in my experience than the earlier Mega Mans.
I remember the really early one.
Right.
So difficult.
Yeah.
Like, I tried. Like, I downloaded like the phone version of it a while ago. Like when it came out.
Oh, geez, can you even play on the phone that way?
Oh, it's impossible. It's impossible. Like, if you had like an external controller, sure, it makes it doable.
Sure.
But otherwise, it's really hard.
This one's got a cool system. You saw that bolt up there?
Yeah.
You can collect those and spend them on upgrades for Mega Man, which isn't really something that was done in the past.
Yeah.
This is one of the first games that kind of offered that. I think maybe Mega Man 7 had something, but it was pretty minimal in that regard.
Yeah, for sure.
It changes like how fast you charge, how many shots you can fire. Just a lot of interesting stuff.
I mean, do you need that stuff? Is I guess what I'm saying.
No,
you
you
don't
don't
need that.
No, but it makes your life a lot easier. And there are you know, there are like a lot of like power-ups and stuff that are sort of hidden in some levels. So to get to those, you might need some of those tools to make it a more reasonable thing.
What I'm trying to understand is if you're trying to build evil robots, why would you build them like clowns? Like, I mean, clowns are happy. This is like a fun place. Look, everything's made of Lego.
Yeah.
Brilliant, fun. There's trains to ride on. I just don't feel the evil right now.
Do you guys not have like that sort of fear of clowns?
I've never had it personally.
Me either, but like
I guess I get it. Like some people are quite scared of clowns, but yeah, I don't know. Clowns are funny. Like, look at their faces. How can you possibly be scared by it?
For me, it's the person who decides to be the clown. That's the person I think who is worth being scared of.
Right? Yeah. So look, they're all really happy. Look at the grins on their faces. Yeah.
We were playing Donkey Kong Country on the stream the other day, and we were playing on a system that had to upscale to HD.
Yeah.
And when you do that with an old system, there's a little bit of input delay, right?
Yes, that's right.
So we were playing the minecart level.
Oh, dude.
And I got stuck on that for half hour.
Oh.
Did not end up beating it, and I was playing with somebody else, and it was the most frustrating but sort of like entertaining thing. Actually, don't need to be up here.
To be fair, we're not allowed to talk about Donkey Kong with me in the room because no one's no one's forgiven me, and I'm just like, okay.
Yeah.
Still, every day I'll get at least one tweet from someone. Like, I'm just like, okay. It was months ago now, guys.
Let it go.
Let it go. I didn't like it. Is that a crime?
I'm trying to think of a review that people didn't like that I wrote, but I don't know.
Everyone's got one, right? I mean,
Yeah,
like, you know, at the end of the day, polarizing opinions will happen.
They will.
Oh, here we go. Evil bear thing.
Oh yeah, as you do.
You are good at this, by the way.
I could be better. This is not so bad right now.
Yeah, but it's hard to play and talk.
Dude, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That's the hardest part of this whole Megabit thing.
What's the hardest game you played on this show then? Like, is this?
Ooh, maybe Metal Warriors, which is a game by LucasArts that.
I don't remember that at all.
It's so it only came out in America.
Right. Okay.
Shit, but it's like it's a game based off of a Japanese series of mech games.
Right.
It's really good, and what's funny is that LucasArts did this amazing intro that you would have sworn could have only been made in Japan because it's that well done and it captures like the anime aesthetic and Japan's like sci-fi sensibilities.
Right.
But the game is so difficult. But we did that around Titanfall because what you do in that game, it's like a 2D platformer, right? But you have a mech that you can get in and get out of, and you can like take over other people's mechs, and so it was kind of the perfect fit. And we had Vincent Pell on here, and I was like, "So did you ever hear about this game?"
Yeah,
you know, and he was like, "No." It was like, "You guys are making a game that's like identical." Like, I would think someone on your team.
Nicely done. Hang on, we down to our last life?
Well, technically, I can go down to 0.
Oh, okay.
Before it
I forget with the old ones it's 0.
Yeah. See, this one's forgiving too because it gives you a continue point when you can, like when you lose all your lives. You can start back the middle of the level, which is really helpful.
Yeah.
What's happening right now is there's this guy hitting the bell in the background, and I need to stand on a block that is not like a skull or an X.
Right. So when he hits the bell, you don't want to be on a skull?
Right, yes.
Right,
correct.
okay, sorry. Right, okay.
Love it.
Nice.
Yeah, me and Max were playing this game quite a bit last week in our downtime.
How far did you get?
So basically, you beat 4 robots and it opens up 4 more. And then you go to the Wily Castle stages, which are really, really hard. And we got to those and didn't quite beat it. It doesn't help that like we would often get beer after work and try to play, which kind of makes it hard. It's fun, but
well, I know Cam. You know, one of his reality checks did a thing about that, where like, how much beer can you drink?
Totally.
Like, And the first few actually help.
Yeah.
Or they, at least, you know, in theory, they helped. You know, it wasn't a particularly scientific study, admittedly. It was just us drinking beer. But, you know...
that can be science.
Yeah, it was basically science.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was quite amusing, really. Like, the first few in trials, you were sort of like more alert, and then after a while, I was like, no, it's going to get really bad.
I imagine part of you is also like, okay, I'm being tested here. I want
Yeah,
to do
exactly.
really
That's
well.
the thing, because you're aware of it. Like,
Yeah.
it's gonna change how you play it. So. Nice.
Alright. So this one, you have to go in these question mark boxes, but there are multiple ones. But I think
Is it like, I guess like, so you need to remember the order?
you need to guess, yeah. But I think I figured it out last time I played. I want to say
here we
now
go.
it's this one. This one I don't remember.
Ooh.
I think it's this one right here.
Okay. Nice. Poor Megaman.
Or Megaman.
Now you'll fight. What is that?
That's Clown Man.
Oh, finally it's Clown Man. Okay.
So he is one of the few bosses that you can beat fairly easily with just your standard weapon. But you got to kind of recognize his patterns and, you know, the Mega Man in the way.
It's weird with the boss battle thing, right? Because boss battles, like, you know, all the games I played when I was younger, like stuff like that, like, well, not specifically Mega Man, old platformers and things like that.
Yeah.
You know, the boss battles are always the same, but they've never really progressed in any way, shape, or form. Like, you play boss battles, even with like great boss battles, like in Mario.
Yeah.
It's still the same principle. And like, you think maybe we can do something else with boss battles. I don't know, like every game. Like that.
I know, like, for me, like, I kind of like this form of boss battle, but really just for kind of Mega Man because it's so particular to the series.
Yeah.
Shit.
Go on.
Oh, fuck. It's okay.
It's alright, you can do it. No, but it's like, you know, like, even like Devil May Cry, that's quite a recent game. Right?
Sure.
That's got boss battles exactly the same principle every time. It's like, there's got to be something.
Well, the whole structure of just like an end boss is really...
It's so retro.
Yeah.
But then you can do like the Shadows of the Colossus thing, right? And just have like
Oh, yeah.
all bosses. And those are awesome bosses.
Oh, dude, I love that game. Lords of Shadow tried to do something similar to that.
Yeah.
And it was, yeah, like it was decent, but it didn't capture that same sort of like sense of wonder.
Sorry, I know it's hard to talk when you're concentrating this hard.
That's cool.
Let's get through this. Let's get through this.
Man, he never does that this often.
You got this, man. You got this.
I'm not going to be able to speedrun this game, but I am going to beat the first 4 bosses. I'll beat a third of it. How about that?
Yeah. Nearly.
No. Just need one more hit.
Nice. I could sense the stress. I could
Yes.
feel it.
It's emanating from my pores.
Good on you, Mega Man.
Oh, really, he's just a boy.
That's true, actually. Like,
Yeah.
he's not a man. Like, he needs to, you know, grow a beard,
Yeah.
like, drink a few beers, you know. Like, you've got an epic beard, right? You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'm a man.
Grr. That's just like, for Peter, that is one day. Like,
Oh,
you
it's-
know,
yeah.
that's one day's growth, okay?
Yeah.
If he doesn't shave in the morning, like, that's what he looks like.
I wish that were true, because I've actually been contemplating shaving it off, because no one here has seen me without a beard.
Right.
And I haven't shaved my beard like off completely in years.
I don't think I've ever seen you with a beard.
Yeah.
Without a beard.
Well, you haven't.
No, I haven't. I haven't.
And the thing is I want to shave it, but I'm also kind of like, because then it's gonna take me a minute to grow back, and like at first it might be kind of fun, like, oh, it's different, but then, I'm stuck without a beard.
It will grow back. It
will.
It's like when you get a bad haircut. You're like, okay, this sucks.
I plan on getting a bad haircut tomorrow, or tonight, actually. Perhaps.
There he
Yes,
is.
you are.
There he is.
I struggle. I don't think this is the right boss to face with this weapon.
Okay.
We'll see what happens. It's like I was describing earlier, like I'm either gonna get there and be like, oh cool, okay, good choice, or God damn it, I just wasted a bunch of time getting through the level. But thankfully, even though I played this recently and I don't remember the boss order, the levels on the other hand I can get through.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Like good 2D level design like this, it's awesome. It's so cool. I miss it.
Yeah, me too.
It seems like Nintendo really are the ones that sort of do this sort of thing still. Like I know they do it with modern visuals and it's sort of 3D, but ultimately they're 2D games, and they sort of nail that.
But that guy Keiji Inafune, the guy behind Megaman, he's making his own game, Mighty No. 9, which is very appropriate. Or anyway, he's making it like Megaman on purpose. So that's sort of his whole thing.
Yeah, but I mean, he's a very outspoken guy, right? He always has been. So I don't know. It's tough to know what to make of his games these days. What he's going to do because he's so outspoken. So.
That one rock to go away.
Yeah, I think it's... Nice.
Oh, whoops. That was a bit
Sick. The music in this is cool too.
Yeah, it's a great soundtrack.
What? No.
See, that time, it came out of his book.
Enemies pooping things is a common video game trope, I swear. Like, it happens a lot.
What boss is this? It's like this eye that shoots lasers, maybe? Is underground?
Naturally.
Yeah.
Garbage eye.
Oh, damn it. Cool.
Nicely done. Without issue.
Thankfully. The worst part about this stream is that like when I mess up a lot, like especially with that Donkey Kong stream, like, man, do the people let you know?
Yeah, but like, I don't know. I'd love to challenge them to a Donkey Kong off. Actually, no, I wouldn't.
Yeah, sure about that.
Yeah. So like, if I suck even like the slightest, I'm like, oh god, review, null and void. What was that?
Just health, but the meter is already full. Yeah, this, and then Megaman X4 came out maybe about 6 months later to a year after this game. Two of my favorite PlayStation games by far.
I got on late with the PlayStation. I got in late. So like, I sort of switched PC gaming for a long time.
Yeah.
And then came back on PlayStation. And like, yeah, I didn't have a particularly big library of games. I had like Gran Turismo and like Final Fantasy 7 and 8, like all the obvious ones.
Sure.
Like Resident Evil, stuff like that. But yeah, I can't say stuff like this was on my radar at the time. I was into like Counter-Strike. So.
I grew up with a NES, and then I had a Genesis for the next few years. So I kind of missed a lot of the Super Nintendo games, and so when the next generation came around, I got a PlayStation. I was like, okay, I know Mega Man's coming out. I need more Mega Man because I'd missed basically a whole generation. I'd go to friends' houses and play like Mega Man X and X2 on the Super Nintendo, but.
No, you made the right call getting a Genesis. All the cool kids had Genesis.
All the bad motherfuckers.
They did, man. That advertising campaign worked. It made Nintendo consoles, the SNES, look like kids' toys.
Yeah, made a good choice.
Yes.
Now if I can just survive.
You're already kicking his ass.
Good. I am running out of. Oh. Yeah, so he's. Shit. Close. Nice.
Yes!
Woo!
First time. Oh, you're whizzing through this.
It's not so bad, yeah. It's doing all right. Man, we're already halfway through though.
Yeah, I know, but like, oh man, I wouldn't be anywhere near as good for this. Does Mega Man know he's a robot?
Yes.
Okay, he's not
He is
like
self-aware.
He's not like delusioned. Like they programmed him to be like, no. You're
What
not.
do you mean I'm a robot?
You're
I'm a real boy.
Exactly. I'm
I'm a man.
I'm a real man with a laser arm.
Where's your laser arm?
What's that, Papa? You told me everyone had a laser arm.
Okay, so. Alright, I'm gonna do. Alright, how this works. Frostman.
He looks quite scary, actually. He might be the scariest one yet, compared to the others.
Max and I keep getting in like minor drunk friendly arguments last week because there is this the best order to go through the bosses.
Yeah.
He was like, no, you can't face this one yet. And I was like, bullshit, I can. And like sometimes he'd be right, and other times he'd be wrong. And it was this nice back and forth of like, he knows so much now.
The lift level.
Oh, yeah. Every good Mega Man game needs one.
Every game has a lift
That's
level.
true.
Like, it's not.
My favorite's in fighting games. Because for some reason, it's fighting on an elevator that never stops going up. It's infinite. Or at least for 90 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, so there are a bunch of snowboarding levels. And there's another level too where it's sort of like a side-scrolling shoot-'em-up.
Oh, wicked.
That'll be the next one. But yeah, another thing this game did really well is it kind of just provided a lot of interesting variety where most Mega Man games tend to stick to their guns, as it were.
Yeah.
Mega Man X had some bike sequences in that series. Pretty cool. But this arguably has the most variety.
I do like shoot 'em ups. Always has been one of my favorite genres.
Me too, for sure.
On the Mega Drive, I used to play loads.
I've got a bunch with me, actually. We should play some later.
Oh, dude, yes.
I've got a pretty healthy batch of my game collection locked away in a drawer at my desk.
Oh, no way.
So we can definitely get into some of that. Yeah, it's a favorite genre of mine as well.
Oh, I love it.
Especially on Genesis, man. There's some really good ones.
Dude, like Thunder Force 4.
Yeah,
what a game. And I've still got my Dreamcast set up so I can play Ikaruga.
Nice.
Like,
Shit.
The thing about Ikaruga though is like, the best way to play it though is like to have a monitor with like a slot so you can turn it that way and then like play
turn on the Omake, or not the Omake mode, the whatever it's called.
like the arcade mode basically.
Right, yeah, basically, yeah.
It's just awesome. I love that.
Yeah, I bet with the Dreamcast and the VGA adapter, you can hook that up to a LCD monitor
Yeah, and then
rotates.
get your tilt on.
Yeah, I've done some of that with like MAME, like playing a lot of the old arcade shmups that way, like emulating them. But I didn't have a monitor that had the built-in rotation, so I would actually just like turn my monitor and prop it up.
Oh, I see,
But
right.
that was always stressful. So like I never really felt just like at ease playing a game. I was
Yeah, it was
always
like
worried.
topple over at any moment.
Yeah.
Back on the snowboard. For a rocket-powered snowboard, it's pretty slow.
Let's be honest.
I mean, well, no, to be fair, like, it's got a rocket on the back. You would think it's going to move pretty swift.
What's funny is that there's like a later level where you have this again, and it picks up speed by going downhill.
Right.
Not because it has a rocket.
Not because it has a rocket on it. See, that's just weird. Yes.
And this one's easy compared to the other snowboarding levels. But this is like the minecart thing though, where it's like my focus is not completely on the game.
You're screwed. So what is that you're chasing?
It's a bunny robot on.
No, the thing that keeps.
Oh, it's just like a prompt. Because Dr. Wily really wants you to get into to beat all his robots, so he tells you what to do.
Oh, that's handy.
Yeah, thanks, Dr. Wily.
Handy.
You clearly know what you're doing.
Oh yeah, I see. Yeah, right.
No. Sorry, everybody.
It's okay, look, I'm not going to disturb you.
No, you're fine. No, that was totally my fault that time. I thought that section was wrapping up, so I got cocky, as it were.
It's okay, I've got faith in you and you're the world's slowest powered rocket-powered snowboard.
Together we can do it.
Yes.
Slowly. I think it would just be wonderful if Capcom could like go back to the old series that people still love, like Megaman.
Look, it's tough, right? Because nostalgia is, it's a big deal, right?
Oh yeah.
And I'm not, this is a good game,
Sure.
right? But I guess every company wants to move on.
No, I totally.
And, if they're
totally
game designers,
get
they're not, except Nintendo, big exception to Nintendo. Most people want to move on, right? And do something new and cool, and they're in it to make money, but I'm sure they can make a lot of money by rehashing the old stuff.
Damn it.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about like yearly sequels. Like they did some good stuff with Mega Man 9 and 10 on the Wii, right? And then I guess it went to PSN as well. But to do that, they actually contracted the teams that are working on the two Mega Man-like games right now under Keiji Inafune.
Right.
I mean, that team clearly has a drive to make games like this. And there's a fan base that is hungry. I mean, Inafune wanted, I think, $300,000 to make Mighty No. 9, and he ended up getting like 2.1 million.
Sure.
So, I mean, I think that there is both an opportunity for people to make games they want to make, and for the publisher to make money.
Right, but, you say that there's an appetite for that stuff, there is, but is it enough for a publisher to do a general release of a game? When you're talking about stuff like, particularly with the Kickstarter stuff, if you look at the amount of backers compared to the amount of money, there's not a huge amount of backers. It's normally like the tens of thousands or something like that, and that's fine.
The correlation is hard to really, because obviously people donating versus buying a product have different expectations. I don't know.
I just think it's still a niche, and that's why these games, as much as we all love them, are not made en masse.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Phew. Oh wait. No, I mean, I've done it still. Okay, I'm good.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I think it's cool that Konami is letting that team make that Metal Gear remake, because it's like, all right, if the fans want it and they have the resources to make it, they should be able to make it.
Yeah.
And there are people out there that would love to make a new Mega Man game, but Capcom would squash them so fast.
Yeah, they're very protective.
They certainly are. I'm really happy they haven't done anything against the Resident Evil people though, because God, they're being so public about their work on that.
Well, yeah. I mean, people got burned on the last Resident Evil, right? So burned.
But there was like a Chrono Trigger sequel, or maybe it was like a remake that was being done in 3D a while back, and it was in production for years by amateur developers.
Yeah.
like the day that they went to release the trailer for their game, which they had finally finished, like and had enough stuff to like make it convincing.
Yeah.
Like they basically were told like, nope, sorry, can't do that. Fuck you guys, got to take it down. Cease and desist. It's like what?
So harsh. Like Chrono Trigger is one of my favorite like RPGs of all time.
Yeah.
Like, so good.
And Chrono Cross is a great sequel, if you can call it a sequel. I mean, I wish companies would just accept the fact that, damn it, that sometimes, like you're saying, right? Like there's the whole money consideration, but you also want to make your fans happy too. If they're telling you they want something, fucking give it to them, or at least let them find it their own way.
Right, but I mean, it's like any of these things. Like, I mean, particularly with the older games, the copyright on them lasts a certain amount of time. It's well within their rights to hang on to it and to.
Yeah, it is.
They're a business at the end of the day. They want to make money, right? So the fact that they're not exploiting these licenses right now doesn't mean they ever won't. Right? I say exploiting. I should say creating new games.
I know what you mean.
But you know what I mean.
Yeah, totally.
So many lifts. Actually, one of my favourite lift sequences is in Vanquish. Because it's so self-aware about lift sequences. Well, I love it. I love that game. Like, no one bought it. Like,
unfortunately.
I know, right?
So there's a rumored Platinum Xbox One exclusive.
What? What is with Platinum and going to the platforms that people generally don't have? Like Bayonetta. Shit, dude. Bayonetta 2, right? I'm so looking forward to that game. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Like, but I played some of it. Like, it was great fun. It's on Wii U, right?
Yep.
And I like my Wii U. There's some fantastic. I'm hammering Mario Kart at the moment, right?
Yeah.
Not a lot of people have a Wii U compared to other consoles, right? And then you've got Xbox One, and it's sort of in the same situation, which, as far as I'm aware, hasn't quite sold as many as the Wii U has at this point.
Whoa, really? That's crazy.
Yeah. So, obviously the Wii U's been on the market longer.
Right.
Which makes it comparatively, different. But still, like, why are they doing that? Is that just because they're the only ones that's the only way they're going to get money to fund this stuff? Like,
yeah, I don't know.
It seems kind of crazy.
I mean, it seems like Platinum's being contracted for all this stuff, and so if someone comes to you and they say we want you to make us a game, in Nintendo's case, 2 games. I don't know who went to Platinum, whether Platinum went to Nintendo or the other way around, but Wonderful 101 and Bayonetta, like, there's a whole lot of work that goes into those.
Sure.
So anyway, so people are thinking, okay, well, what could Platinum do, right? That would get people really excited. Because Microsoft is also saying there's a third-party exclusive that people are really going to like.
Right.
So maybe it's Vanquish, but what I'm thinking...
I don't think so, personally.
No, see, I don't either. What I think is it's going to be Metal Gear Rising 2. It's going to be an Xbox One exclusive. Because that's the sort of thing...
That makes more sense. Yeah, I can see that.
Now, I have, like, no special knowledge about that. I just, like... It has to be an established IP if people are going to give a shit.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Sunset Overdrive. No one fucking cares about that.
It's weird, right? Because I remember them announcing it, and it was just like, okay, that's the thing, I guess.
It's the danger, right? Like, we want new stuff.
Yeah,
but
it wasn't an impressive. It didn't look impressive. It wasn't like you want new stuff. Maybe that game will turn out to be good. But
sure.
Personally, I saw that at the press conference. Like, that's the one game I was instantly forgettable. There was nothing about it that was exciting. It looked kind of nice visually.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah.
If there's a new game, like, okay, look, the famous one is the Gears of War moment, right? The Gears of War moment from the Xbox 360. New IP. They showed that game. Everyone went, whoa, what the actual fuck? Like, that is a thing. This is where we are now. This is what games can look like. This is how amazing they can be. We haven't had that for a while, I think. We certainly haven't had it on PS4 or Xbox One,
Shit. No. God. Jumped the gun. Yeah, there hasn't been that moment yet. I mean, I'm hoping that they reintroduce Last Guardian, and I mean, we've already seen that game kind of, right? Like, at least in terms of its presentation.
What are the odds on that this year? What do you reckon? What are we thinking?
At E3?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, oh shit, I got distracted.
You got so distracted by the thought of The Last Guardian actually being a thing.
I'm gonna wager that I can't put a number on it, but it's very likely that it'll be there.
Ooh.
I think Sony would do well.
They need a big thing. People go, okay. Like, lots of people bought PS4s, right? It's a good console.
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot out there at the moment.
Yeah.
At least in terms of exclusives that, really...
Oh, fuck. Damn it.
Dude, sorry.
Infamous, people like that a lot, right? But that's,
Yeah.
that's kind of come and gone now.
That's gone.
Yeah.
That's what it is. The release calendar at the moment is pretty slow for those, the Xbox One and PS4. So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing some really cool games. I'm hoping so. Anyway.
Right, yeah. I'm really curious about what Nintendo's gonna pull out as well.
Poor Nintendo.
Oh, wow, every time.
You're not like this one. You can do it. You can do it, man.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting E3, I think. Like, obviously there are always surprises. This year, companies, I think, stand a better chance to do something unexpected. Because in the last year, it was like, okay, there's going to be new consoles.
I mean, yeah, that was it. That was a dominating thing. Right? There's the hardware. Here's some new hardware. Everyone likes new shiny black things put under their TV. Fantastic, right?
I'm glad you specified.
Yeah, it's true.
No, everyone likes big shiny black things.
Oh, God.
What?
What have I done?
What?
The innuendo. It's so strong. I'm sorry. But like, yeah, no, like, so it's, with it being a software year, mostly, it's gonna be interesting. Microsoft's already got their big hardware announcement out of the way. Kinect's dead.
Right.
Well, it's not dead, but geez.
So I really hope that they don't harp on Kinect games. Like, if their presentation contains any game that is like, look at this look how great it uses Kinect. Like,
Too late.
Nope.
If you wanted people to use Kinect, should have had some freaking Kinect games lined up for launch.
Yeah, and this
there was what was there, one?
And this is a symptom that Nintendo suffers from as well, because all these the shareholder meetings and stuff where Iwata is saying like sales are down so much.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, what's going to turn it around? And he's like, we need a really compelling gamepad experience. It's like, no, you don't, man. Like,
you really
what
don't.
you need to do is cut that out of the equation, make it an option, and offer people just the games. Like, give them games like that they want, not games that you want them to use the gamepad with. Like,
it's not a compelling proposition. And the thing is, like, I've been hammering Mario Kart recently. Like, I am seriously pro at that game now. I've been training for weeks so I can beat all of you guys, like, on Mario Kart. Oh, dude.
Sorry.
But yeah, I've been training like Mario Kart.
Yeah.
But the last thing I want to do when I train on Mario Kart is use a freaking gamepad.
It's this big heavy thing that's so
my hand after like
Yeah.
an hour is aching.
Yeah.
Like, it's just so painful. So you have to get the Pro controller and do it that way, which is so much more comfortable. You're just like, why can't I just play games with this all? I don't want the gamepad.
I think Nintendo, if they could redesign the gamepad, that could be really cool. Like, there's an opportunity to make it a really interesting device, but every time. But its current form factor is just awful from a control standpoint.
Yeah.
And they make such a stink about it being like this great utility that offers all these great things, but it's like they integrate it into everything, and it's not worth it. And
it's not integrated into it. Like, Mario Kart does not use it in the slightest. Okay.
Right. So that's a smart move, right?
Right. I mean, you can use it to launch power up if you want, but no one does. Right.
Yeah.
It's too slow. Right. You just got the button for it. Right. It makes it better. Yeah.
What are they? Oh, I must have fallen in the hole.
All right, this time. I'm gonna
after this time, I'm gonna choose a different stage if I don't make it.
No. You've got to do this.
I've
now.
got to
like,
do
for
this
your
now?
own pride.
Damn it.
Okay, you have to do this.
But that's what I said about Donkey Kong. And now there's a supercut of me failing like 60 times in a row. Oh no.
Okay, no, you can do it, man. You can do it. When we get to the snowboarding, you can shut up.
Okay.
We'll let you do it. Okay. I've got faith. Nice. I never noticed those were humpback whales. Sorry, it's a thing.
Oh yeah. What's really interesting, so the Mega Man X games, instead of being like Laser Man or whatever, it's like they pick an animal.
Yeah.
And then they give the robot like a really weird name that's sort of derivative of the animal's name.
But not.
Sometimes it's like direct, like one-to-one, just like spiny cactus, like if it's a plant or whatever. But other times, like they'll pick a really random animal and give it like a really odd description, and that's really weird. Like there's some animals I've never even heard of that they touch on, like a mandrill.
Mandrill?
I don't know what a mandrill is.
I couldn't tell you. Mandrill. No.
Yep.
I like random animals though, they're cool. My favourite animal is the duck-billed platypus. Because, I mean, look at it. Look at it. It's one of those just weird evolutionary creations. You're just like, how did that happen?
You're assuming I believe in evolution.
I'm sorry, I am assuming you may be a creationist. I don't know. I don't know. But regardless of what you believe, whether it was by evolution or by a greater force than us, it's weird. Okay, it's a weird animal. Like, are we at the snowball yet? Are we?
We are very close.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Should be able to do this.
Okay.
Shit. I jumped when I should have slid.
Oh.
Alright, let's try that again.
Come on. Come on.
That focus
Eye of the tiger. Eye of the duck-billed platypus. Come on.
The duck-billed. Yay!
Yeah!
Everyone in the production room was like, thank you, God. Alright, so I'm facing off grenade. No, this guy, Cold Man. Frostman? Frostman.
If you die now, does it send you back to before the snowboarding bit?
No, I would get restarted right before it.
Okay.
But if I lose all
Thank
my lives,
God.
if I lose all my lives, then I have to go back. Well, okay.
What?
I don't know.
What is that voice? That's so harsh. You just sound like a total dumbass. Like,
I think that's sort of like playing into like the big guy, dopey. Oh, nice.
oh, well done. Yeah, I know the big guy dopey cliche because like, I will crush you.
I will beat you.
That was a slightly British
bit.
accent there.
It was a little
yeah,
bit.
very good, very good. It's better than my American, so like, I just can't do it.
But is it better than your British?
Is it better than my British? Of course not.
No, it's
Of course not.
The Queen's English.
The Queen's English, the original English, before it got butchered. Okay? Just saying.
Just saying. All right, okay, I got 10 minutes. I can at least beat Tango Man, and then we can watch the cutscene in the middle.
Yeah.
This also introduces, actually I guess they were introduced in an earlier game, but it has a bass and treble, which is sort of Wily's version of Megaman and Rush.
Okay.
So it is a evil-looking Megaman dude and his dog.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Those are kind of interesting adversaries. There's another character in this game which was Dr. Light's robot before you. His name is Proto Man, fittingly enough.
Okay.
And he's like this sort of like hero who's like behind the scenes, that's like really aloof.
Yeah.
But like when important shit goes down, he shows up. And, I think you got to play as him in Mega Man 9 or 10. If you beat the game, you got to like start over as him.
Okay, cool.
Maybe you had the option from the beginning. So this is the level that has the shmup stages.
Oh, wicked.
And what's great too is it even has like different power-ups you can pick up, so your weapons get upgraded, and like, you know, while you're flying.
Oh, so like, it's not just an afterthought, it seems like it's quite a...
Yeah, they did a nice little thing, like a nice little job with it.
The fact that it's windy, is that pushing you along? Is it one of those stages? Oh, yeah, it is. Okay, right.
I love this soundtrack, it's so good.
Yeah, it is good. Bubble Man.
you know.
Some of the like enemy like designs in this are pretty quirky.
So that guy I was describing, Bass, there's a game where him and Megaman team up, and it's called Megaman and Bass.
Right.
And that actually, it was one of the last games to come out for the Super Famicom. It came out in 1998.
Oh wow, okay.
And we never got it on the Super Nintendo in America, but we got like a Game Boy Advance port. But actually, I have the Japanese card on my desk. And what I can show you if you're interested, what's curious is that the graphics are like near identical to this game.
Oh right.
A lot of them are lifted straight from this, but it's pretty impressive to see a game like that looks this good for a 2D game running on a Super Nintendo.
Sure, man.
Pretty impressive stuff.
Yeah.
So this is like my option in Gradius, or your little guy in R-Type.
Oh right, okay. So you've got.
But then you get like 2 more friends that you can unlock. So I'll go with. Oh shit. Okay. Well, now I've got the spread shot, which is nice. You have a guy who like fires like a heavy weapon, and then you have a guy who just sort of drops bombs constantly.
I'm always a spread weapon kind of guy in shooters. Like always find that the most useful.
I play a lot of Gradius, and for me, I use the laser on that one because it goes through lines of enemies, and that's the best way to get more power-ups to keep going, is because you beat those line, and then it's like, cool, you did that, here's a thing. So yeah, the whole second half of the stage is like this.
You big fan of Resogun on the PS4?
I love it, yeah, I reviewed it.
What's your high score on a Resogun?
I don't have a PS4, so I only got to play it for a review.
What?
I know. It's not that I don't want one.
You don't have an Xbox One though, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
If I was to buy either, I mean, I had a PS4 pre-ordered. When they canceled or they delayed Watch Dogs, I decided, I was like, okay, I'll just put it off.
Were you that psyched for Watch Dogs?
I wanted to make sure I was spending my money on something that I would get a lot of use out of.
Right.
And so it was only that and Resogun at the start.
Yeah, that's true.
For me, that I was interested in. I actually, now that I play a little bit of Watch Dogs, I'm kind of over it.
Dude, I called it when that game was announced, right? Everyone was like, this is the greatest game ever. I'm like, I reckon it's going to be a pretty generic action game at the heart of it.
Yeah.
And as long as it's exciting and everyone thinks, I mean, it's a good game. I've played some, had some fun, but realistically, it's not something that is going to really blow your socks off.
Yeah,
it's all right.
Wolfenstein is way more interesting to me. I haven't had a chance
way
to
better
actually play it. Yeah, so that's what everyone says. Everyone is just like, oh wow, I didn't expect it to be this interesting or this, that fun to play. And so I'm totally on board for that. I'll probably get a PS4 sometime this summer.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if the game announcements are good at E3, right? Then there's more reason to invest and get stuff out.
I really love that hardware though. I think Sony did a really smart decision by giving that to Mark Cerny to make.
Yeah, sure, man. It's a sweet design. It looks great. Yeah, I mean, everyone. I don't want to bash the Xbox One because there are some great things about it, but it's just
not the hardware design.
No, it looks awful.
It's gigantic. It's loud, and the power brick has to live outside the system.
Why?
And it's not as powerful as a PS4. It's like what?
You know what? It's not just that for me. The UI.
Oh, the UI.
I can't. I get, it's got the Windows 8 look and feel, but what? It's so hard to try and find stuff.
No one asks for that or really wants it. That's the thing that bothers me.
It's not been designed for, the gamer or the person who's going to use it. It's designed because they wanted to shoehorn Windows 8 looks into it to get that, to get people hooked on one thing and okay, they're used to that, they get Windows 8. Right?
Now that they're stripping out Kinect too, what's that going to do for the usability of that interface? Because it's designed primarily for voice commands, right?
Yeah.
So what's going to happen when it's oh, that's not an option?
Well, to be fair though, I mean, we never use the voice commands in the office when using it, so.
Sure, but I guess maybe that's, what I mean is that Microsoft has sort of been able to rely on that to justify the way they've designed the UI. And I think, because I know, actually quite a bit of people I talk to that own it say that they use it more often than they thought they would.
Right. The voice commands.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it's, whatever, sorry, I'm getting distracted by
the
game I'm
cool.
playing. Yeah, no, I think Microsoft would be smart to redesign the Xbox One, physically and internally, the UI.
I'll take on you. Be ready.
I bet we'll see something about an update for the OS.
Yeah, I mean, that's an easy fix, right? Well, it's not an easy fix, but what I mean is, you can give that to everyone for free with a patch, So I'm sort of hoping they'll do that. But we'll see. New leadership in tow. crisis meetings are over at Microsoft.
Shit. Yeah, Phil Spencer, man. Like, I feel like he's the right guy to have in that position because he's working with studios for so long. That's not going well. Feel your power.
I think it's going to do continue moment. Not that I don't have total faith in your abilities here, but that health bar does not lie.
No, it doesn't. Shit, he's not getting damaged by that at all. Yeah, I need him to come to the ground. I think I need to freeze him, but like... Shit.
What's this? Feel my power. Tornado hold.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, I forgot you got to outrun that.
Feel
Okay.
my power.
Alright, I should be able to beat this. Put my legs up for maximum comfort.
Come on.
Alright, so if it's not... It's got to be the soccer ball or this.
Try that.
Or it's just the Mega Buster, which is his standard. I feel like I used to just use the standard weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because so much of this fight is avoiding him versus...
Actually,
Yeah, it's like taking your time and being evasive versus being, being really
super aggressive.
Here you go.
Oh, you
that's okay.
got damage on him though. That's good.
Oh wait, no, run away from that.
Feel my power. Tornado hold.
Yes.
Ugh.
Tornado hold. Tornado hold. Here you go.
Doing well, doing well.
Here you go.
Oh shit. Nope.
It's okay, it's okay.
Tornado hold.
Nope.
Come on.
Tornado hold. Tornado hold.
It's not well.
Dude, you're close, you're close.
No! Wait, go back to the Mega Buster. Do that. Yeah, that's the one. Oh, no, but that's so clearly the weapon though. It's just the standard one. I've got him. I've got him.
Okay.
All right. Ready. Should have followed my instincts earlier.
I'll take on you. Be ready.
Yeah, you're going down, man.
So yeah, like really obscure reference, like the whole Tengu Man thing. Like a Tengu is sort of like it's like a Japanese like spirit kind of thing.
Right.
Or maybe it's I think actually I'm misspeaking. I think maybe it's got something to do with a religion and I don't want to act like I know. I clearly don't know, but
No, but
yeah, it's a reference to a part of Japanese culture that I don't think many people would understand. But,
Okay.
But being a Japanese game, it makes sense. Ooh, it's lucky.
That was nicely avoided.
It's okay. No, it's not okay. Shit.
Ah!
Okay, I still have time to try one more time. I'm going to do it because what other option do I have? Quit?
No.
No.
That's for chumps. Only chumps quit, Peter Brown.
true.
Are you a chump?
I'm not a chump.
Exactly.
I don't quit.
Oh, we're back to riding the dog. Okay. That's not something I was thinking I would say today, but there we go.
That's okay. I actually really need the guy with the drop bombs. He makes that fight so easy. What's your favorite shmup? Or just, series anyway. Thunder Force?
Probably be Thunder Force. Yeah, I mean, I played R-Type as well. I really enjoyed that. But yeah, probably Thunder Force. Like, Thunder Force 4 is my favorite shooter. Great game. Like,
Yeah.
I know, it's not regarded as highly regarded as some out there, but I just, part of it is because that was one of the games I had as a kid and I had so much fun. But like, even playing it now, it's still a great game. Beautifully done as well, the visuals. Had that cool, had a cool thing where it scrolled off the screen. Like,
Yeah.
the maps are really big, and you sort of move them up and down by going up and down.
Yeah.
And like, that's quite a rare thing at the time.
Gradius did a little bit of that, but I want to say it wasn't until 3 or 4.
Yeah.
I've actually got a Japanese Mega Drive shmup that was translated and someone made like a, you know what a repro card is, if I say that? Does that make sense?
A repro card?
Yeah, so it's where they basically take a game and they, so, how do I best explain this? You take a game, you take off the ROM chip, and then you put in a ROM that you write a game to, right?
Oh, I see, okay.
So it can be like a translated game in this case, or it can be a game that was maybe never released, or it's like a homebrewed game. So I've got one today called Glay Lancer.
Okay.
It's a pretty strange name, but yeah, it's a pretty cool shmup. Should be coming in the mail at some point today. People are in that scene. Typically what they'll do is they'll take an existing game, rip the chips off of it and replace them.
Okay.
The problem there is that there's a finite resource
of cards,
right? And then you're cannibalizing carts that are good, that work, right?
Have legit games on them.
Right, and so people, you know, like in the collecting community, like some people do it for different reasons, right? But preservation is one of them. So that really upsets a lot of people, and I think rightly so. Like, it's not the best way to do it.
No.
I mean, a lot of the times what you're ripping are games, like sports games that no one gives a shit about. Because there's so many sports games out there, and so many of them are bad and so similar, especially in that era.
But who's to judge what is good enough and bad enough to be preserved, right?
Right.
You know.
Yeah, and that's kind of the argument.
Yeah.
So they are. What's up, Dan? Oh, come on, give me like 2 more minutes. All right. They tell me to get off the set, but I said, fuck you. Not true. But yeah, so actually what they're doing now is a lot of people are producing their own circuit boards and just putting their own ROM chips on there.
See, that's cool, right?
Yeah, it's nice. I think it's a good way to keep interest in these systems alive, and, you know, I mean, like we were saying, right? Like, I want more of these games. Well, basically, there are a lot of old games out there I still haven't played that are very similar to this and other ones that I have fond memories of. So, you know, they're still available, and, you know, be they legit cards or ROMs, you know, take what you can get, really.
Come on, Peter. Come on.
I know. Game collecting has gotten so expensive.
I'm not surprised, dude. Like,
it's ridiculous. It's so bad. I was into it maybe about 10 years ago.
I remember you said you had like a massive collection, right?
It's
a pretty good collection.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, there are people out there, many people out there have bigger collections than I do, obviously. But yeah, it's my hobby. And like, I go to the flea market every Sunday to like look for old games and stuff. And what's funny is I actually ran into you know Chris Kohler at Wired?
Yeah.
So he's a big-time game collector as well. And I found him at the flea market this Sunday.
No way.
Which is both good and bad, because me and him had talked on Twitter, and it was nice to kind of like
games.
Well, that's just it, right? Because then it's competition, and got him. Oh, thank you.